Hey, this is Dr. Ron Eccles with Going Vertical Coaching. I recently published a post on Facebook talking about how it's difficult for people today to really understand what's going on in the political landscape and the general landscape here in the United States, simply because we get news that has been slanted to fit a particular narrative. Now, I want you to think about this for a minute, and I have a point, so stick with me no matter what your political bent is. It's okay. I want you to know that I fully respect people that are thinkers, right? And that's going to be my point here. And that is whether you're Republican, Democrat, Independent, or you don't give a darn, right? Here's one of the things. News overall in the media fills our people's heads with misinformation. Misinformation that's very rarely fact-checked and is spun to fit somebody's point of view and to get you to buy into their point of view. Now, here's where you come in, right? Now, that's the way the media is, and that's something that's probably going to continue to be that way for a long time until people like you and me get to the point where we're going to really understand that there's a thing called confirmation bias. Now, I might have talked about this before, but I want you to just lock in for just a moment with me. If I believe in something, I take a conservative or a liberal bias when it comes to how I live my life. Now, again, I just talked about two different polar opposites, right? When I hear somebody speak that fits what I believe, then I open up my filters and I let that information in. But when somebody from the opposite side of the camp speaks or says something, the second my brain recognizes it, that it's different than what I believe, I filter it out and I only listen and hear for and let in what fits me, what fits my narrative, right? And so that's a real problem. And here's why. No matter who you're discussing any subject with, right? It doesn't matter whether you're talking about marketing or you're talking about business or you're talking about sports or you're talking about faith or politics, whatever it might be. If we don't take the active discipline of learning how to listen and ask important questions, then we will never be able to give ourselves the opportunity to see a perspective that maybe we never saw before. And if you want to really grow in business or you want to grow in life, because the two of them are connected, you've got to learn to understand more than your perspective. Now, you may not agree or adopt the other person's perspective, but at least if you hear them out and you learn how to see it, it'll broaden your understanding of how other people are looking at the very same information or circumstances that you are. So I'm going to encourage you to be the bigger person and to learn how to ask questions and put aside your personal biases, that you might be able to hear what the other person thinks and ask questions, dig deep, because some people are very shallow, right? They're about as deep as a puddle. And as soon as you question them a little bit, you realize that there's nothing underneath there. And other people may have a really valid position or a point that you haven't thought of before, and it will help you understand the entire subject a lot better. So rather than practicing confirmation bias, let's open up the filters, ask questions, and be willing to hear the answer. And if it even challenges what we believe or challenges what we think, that causes growth. Hey, this is Dr. Ron with Going Vertical Coaching. Hope you have an awesome day.